Welcome to Watch With Us, everyone. Sorry about the delay there. We're trying to set up something for you to watch, maybe, but we can't figure it out. So yeah, you're not gonna have an actual window.
This episode is a beta episode.
Yeah, we were trying to do a test, but so no timer today. You're gonna have to just, if you're watching with us, you have to go on visual cues. I think, yeah, we got the episode here. So So yeah, welcome to Watch This. The poor fucking start. I'm here with
Dave.
And of course Harry. Sorry about the shitty start there, but today we're taking a break from Star Trek and we're going right into episode 1 and 2 of Stargate.
SG-1.
SG-1, yeah. Because I think there's a cartoon now. So now you gotta fucking specify that.
I guess
You
so.
actually have to specify it, because I think there was a cartoon or something.
Well, it's above my pay grade.
I have no experience with the cartoon, but I've seen SG-1 lots of times. Too many times. Not as much as Star Trek, but at least the entire series once, and like the first couple seasons multiple times. Alright. So we are going to try to time this correctly. You don't have any visual cues, so I am just going to start this and then pause it. Oh, I should mute it too. Alright, don't start it yet. So yes, we'll go through Dave's experience with Stargate. How much of this shit have you seen?
Well, I've seen. I stopped watching when they changed the cast, when they pulled the sliders move.
Oh, when the greatest man in the world left the show for
Yeah.
the majority of the seasons. What's his name?
I pretty much quit.
Richard Dean Anderson.
Yeah. Well, I
When he
pretty much
left.
quit watching after that because I was like, what the fuck, I don't care.
Well, the first season he kind of like semi-retired. Like it's season, like, I'm gonna guess again, I'm probably gonna be wrong, but season 7 or 8 he gets promoted to general, so he's no longer
he's
the
part-timer.
Yeah, he's no longer the actual leader of SG-1. So he's only in like half the episodes that really require him to be in, or he's in he's in every episode, but significantly less because he's, again, semi-retired. And then the next season he basically, in the show, retires and you never see him after that unless it's the movies. And that's basically where everybody left. Yeah, like the show only lasted like 3 seasons after that, and they brought in all the guys from Farscape. Do you remember that show?
Yeah.
Fucking the girl and the guy.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
then because I think
That's why it was different from pulling sliders.
Yeah, the show's shared writers or something, or creators. So I think they were like, "Oh, your show's doing crappy." Kind of like how the people from Firefly were in the last season of Buffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, "Oh, Firefly ended and was a disgrace, so we'll give you some work."
It's what Daimler Chrysler does with cars. They buy Fiat and all these failed brands,
Yeah.
and then wonder why they're not doing well.
Exactly. All right, so if you got the episode queued up, if you're actually watching with us, we are going to start the episode in 3, 2, 1.
Lion roar.
There you go. I love how they just have an alien artifact that they have 6 guys guarding randomly in this room
With their guns in a pile in the corner.
that don't know what this alien artifact is. Like, they think it's benign and it doesn't work anymore, but why have 6 guys guarding in here? Or maybe they just decided to, like, play poker in this room not knowing that there's an alien device in
Hey,
it.
nobody ever goes in this room. Maybe
Yeah.
we should have our secret poker game in there.
Like, you'd think Area 51, or the version in this universe, would have a little bit more security than this. Or you think it'd actually be in Area 51, because I'm pretty sure Area 51 exists.
Yeah, see, he's like, nobody ever comes down here.
Yeah. Whatever's under the tarp, yeah, so they have no idea what this thing is. I love that when people get freaked out about drafts in old buildings. Like, it's moving. You're like, yeah, shit moves, man.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
Air pressure and stuff.
Yeah.
We live in a world full of gases.
Don't make me explain it because I can't do it. But
Look, even if you can't see it, it doesn't mean there's nothing there.
Yeah, totally. Like,
They had this show about outer or near-death experiences on the radio the other day. It was brutal. It was so infuriating to listen to. It's like,
people
yeah,
like see the light,
this-
see their parents.
This is like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, these are the ramblings of people who have never done drugs in their life.
and they're
All of a sudden, they're having a fucking
hallucin-
intense experience.
Yeah,
And they're like, it was a divine fucking thing.
exactly.
It's like, no.
Because
If you've
they've
done-
never tripped out before.
Exactly. If you've tripped out, you'd be like, oh, this is my brain playing games again. Hello, mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, send her in first.
What was it? Employee of the month, everyone.
Freeze! Bang.
Would you do that?
Stick your hand in a thing you don't know? No.
Yeah. Nope. Not
You know what they
doing
teach you in mechanic class? Don't fucking stick your fingers in holes.
that.
Limbs get cut off that way.
Doesn't matter how big that hole is.
Yeah.
Don't stick your hand in there.
Use a stick, stupid.
Look at that guy. Like, it's obviously a grenade. I hope it. Like, he seemed ready for that. He seemed like he knew there'd
Yeah.
be somebody on. Oh wait, it's a camera, right? It's not a grenade. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, it's a
looking,
camera. It's
Yeah, so
basically
they
a
knew.
scout.
They knew that she was standing there. Oh, your trigger discipline is amazing.
No shit, eh?
I
You
would
have not opened fire by
I
now.
would have reloaded my clip at this point.
He waits until they get a whole squadron in there.
Yeah. You think after the third guy and people kept coming, I'd start
Yeah.
opening up?
You think you'd want like bullets coming out the other end of that wormhole?
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh fuck, sure, turn it off.
Yeah.
This was a cool superpower that they really fucked off with the show, eh?
No, actually, they do a good job of giving these aliens like incredible power that could wipe out humanity very quickly, but do a good job of like they don't deal with these guys on a regular basis because in the first couple seasons they're just considered a nuisance.
Yeah.
They're not considered worth the resources of taking over because of their location in the galaxy. This is like their secondary mode of transportation, the Stargates. They have actual hyperdrive ships,
Yeah.
and getting to Earth is such a pain in the ass that's why they don't really bother coming through the Stargate that often because it's so far away from their actual territory. And it goes on to explain from like just show wise that Earth was the ancients that seeded Earth, you know, that whole theory.
Yeah.
Humanoid people thousands of years ago came to Earth, and Earth was like the last ditch outpost far off from the rest of the galaxy where the other races they were at war with could find them, and they kind of just forgot about them. We're like the outer rim of the galaxy. Nobody gives a fuck about Earth. Even though it has 6 million people on it and slaves are a big thing.
A commodity, yeah.
Getting a ship to Earth is such a pain in the ass that it doesn't happen. Yeah.
You can't do freighter hauls to it.
Yeah, until like season 3 or 4 when the Earth start taking their dick in stuff that they shouldn't be, and the rest of the galaxy starts taking it, having attention, giving their attention to Earth. Because they start getting hyperdrive ships and start fucking around.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh fuck, now we gotta deal with these stupid apes.
Goddamn apes and shoes. I guess this is like, you guys didn't pay attention to me in the 80s, so now I, Richard Dean Anderson, want my name the first fucking thing on the screen before the title.
Yeah. Well, because I think at this point, MacGyver had become cult.
Yeah.
Like at the time, I don't know if it was as popular as it has become.
Like how, what's his name? The one that was married to Pamela Anderson there. David,
The musician?
Yeah.
The guy who leaked the sex tape?
Yeah. No, not the musician, the guy who leaked the sex tape. Fucking, who was the co-star on fucking Baywatch?
Oh, Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking Hasselhoff.
How he became a superstar
Exactly.
10 years
Massively
after.
cult.
Yeah, after Baywatch. Like, Baywatch was huge.
Yeah.
But he really became a superstar after Baywatch.
Yeah.
Because it became stupid and funny. At the time it was on, it was kind of taken serious, I think. Have you ever seen rewatched the first episode of Baywatch?
Oh, good
first
lord,
season?
no.
It came out on Netflix a couple years ago, and I watched like the first 3 episodes, and it's all about Hasselhoff and his kids. It's very little to do with the beach, and it's like
And
a
all that
family
stuff,
show.
Yeah.
It's. Do you remember TGIF?
Yeah.
Like fucking Step by Step
Yeah.
and Family Matters.
the
It's
same thing.
It's like an
It's the same
hour
formula.
long. It's an hour long version of that, and then
They were like, "Hey, it's the tits that are bringing in the ratings."
and then
so,
they had like 3 tit girls on
Yeah.
at his work that were basically walking around, and everyone was like, "Yeah, that's the stuff we want to watch."
Yeah.
And it became a sex show after that, basically. And you never saw Hasselhoff's kids again.
Major Samuels. You never went to war.
Yeah, this guy's a major dick in the first like 2 seasons, 3 seasons. They have a great ability for not recasting, recurring characters. Like, you know, Babylon 5 had Bester, like throughout the whole series, and he was just like every episode of Bester, you're like, yes, this is gonna be a good episode. Every time you saw Chekhov, you're like, fucking A.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna be a little cocksuck in some fashion.
Yeah, and the episode's gonna be great. This series has a whole roster of recurring characters that come back throughout the seasons, and every time you see him, you're like, oh, that asshole, yeah.
Fucking Chevy Caprice.
Is that a cab? Oh no, it's just probably a rental. Like how FBI agents have to show up in shitty Toyotas.
The government's purse strings are kind of tight.
Did that say sublevel
11.
2 through 11? Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was 2 through 4.
They were all sub-levels, basically.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be impressive.
Ooh, another elevator.
I guess not everyone's grown up in a town that has a fucking underground base.
It's not that impressive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
like why doesn't
You're
every
like-
military base
Yeah.
build into a mountain?
Oh, it's cold and soggy in here, and they always have to keep water pumping out, and fucking, it's a real pain in the ass.
But it, as a defensive position, it makes
It's-
it in the modern war. It makes so much
Invulnerable, I guess.
sense. Hollowing out a mountain.
Yeah.
No, I think this is the greatest time as ever to reveal my man crush on Richard Dean Anderson.
Who doesn't love
Oh God, one of the few men I'd let fuck me.
him?
I'd prefer to fuck him, but there's no way I'm the top in that relationship. No fucking way.
It's kind of weird deciding to bring like wood and stuff underground in a cement bunker.
Like, you think the maintenance staff would be like, really, sir, an oak desk?
Yeah.
We're fucking 600 feet under the ground.
Yeah.
This thing is gonna get all moldy and shitty real quick.
Yeah. No, you get the cement slab like everybody else gets.
Or a steel desk,
Yeah.
like a standard underground table. But, you know, he's the general, so he gets his way. Oh, they managed to kill a few of those aliens.
That's one thing that was cool about this show. It's kind of like XCOM.
Well, yeah, and, like, along the same lines, the tech and, like, they must have had great technical advisors, because they really keep it in the realm of, as silly as it is to say, the realm of realism when we're dealing with alien technology and lasers and shit. Certain weapons can do certain things, and there are limitations to them, and they get around them. They use those.
Yeah.
They use our
Everything has
eight
an
brain.
advantage and disadvantage.
Yeah, they use our 8 brain, and we use our technology the way we have it to counter their technology. The one thing I would disagree with is they eventually make it standard issue to have P90s, and from my understanding, P90s shoot 9mm.
No,
Just
they shoot
small-
a bullet. It's a little bit small. It's like a miniature rifle round.
Okay, all right, that makes
They're
more
armor
sense.
piercing.
Okay,
P90s can pierce armor. That's
All
their
right.
big advantage.
okay, that makes more sense because those M16s or M14s, whatever those guys had, got through the armor.
Yeah.
And a
The
9mm
the problem with P90s is usually your supply chain, because it only takes a specific round.
and only that gun fires that round.
And only that gun fires
Yeah.
that round.
Okay.
So it becomes impractical unless you're a special forces team.
Which SG-1 is.
Exactly. So you'd be
Okay,
like, sweet,
never mind
armor,
then.
I get armor
The-
piercing capability with a fucking
The
50 round
P90
magazine.
for this world, the P90 is exactly the gun they would use.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense to them.
Because, dude, a 50 round magazine? That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I was under the impression that they fired small caliber rounds.
Yeah,
how
like
it
a
is.
9mm?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be basically what a submachine gun is. Or like a
because
fuck,
that's useless.
like an
against,
MP5.
That'd be useless against aliens with armor. that
Exactly.
Obviously stops bullets.
Exactly. You would have to go to a P90. You would have no
Yeah.
choice. Or you'd have to go to a fucking...
Full on rifle.
Yeah, exactly. But then that's impractical in close quarters, which is going to be fucking 90% of your fighting.
As an SG team, yes.
Yeah.
There is a great episode when they're recruiting the aliens that use the staves, and they're basically explaining why the P90, like the staff is a good weapon
Yeah.
if you're dealing with cavemen.
Yeah.
And you're enslaving people who have pitchforks.
Yeah, it's an
Great.
unconscious weapon.
It's
Stun gun.
it's an intimidating weapon, and well, it's not stunned; it'll kill you.
Yeah,
But you only have to kill one guy, and it's impressive, and it'll scare people.
Boomstick, yeah.
Yeah, it's a boomstick. But this P90, and like they have this target set up. It's a log swinging on a rope or a chain, and they fire like the test is as it's moving, you have to fire like these big sticks with this big boom and hit it. And if you can hit it, you're a good shot. And they do this like they're warriors. Like take the sticks and fire at this stupid log swinging. And he goes, Samantha, take out the go ahead, take a few shots. And she just unloads a clip, cuts the log in half, and then takes out her scope and shoots the chain and knocks the log off the chain. And everyone's like, oh, like three warriors like pick up the P90s and like, oh, this thing's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. A lot of destructive mechanical force.
Mm.
It's like, well, they won't be able to do much if you saw their arm off with lead. Well, not lead, but, you know.
this was mentioned in a review I saw, but they were saying too, like, you can watch the episode where they find the stun guns, like those weird stun guns that you fire once it stuns you. No, once it like kind of hurts you, like puts you like like your body, but you're conscious. Twice you're unconscious, and 3 times you're dead.
Yeah.
And slowly over the seasons, they reverse engineer those guns that they confiscate from aliens, and then they have their own. And then you see them as sidearms on the ships later when they actually develop starships and hyperdrive and stuff. But like if you stay with the show for 6 seasons, you get to watch the progression of that technology that the humans find. Because that's the whole point of the show. Find alien technology, reverse engineer it, and get us up to speed with these alien races. Or that's the concept of the SG program.
It's funny how the trope they're using about the fucking using the nuke here is like a child's fucking like a dumb fucking general answer move.
Well, it's the whole trope of science fiction going, oh, we'll meet an alien race and we'll immediately just want to destroy them. I guess at this point they have proven themselves a legitimate threat, but sending a nuke seems like a little bit of a overreaction. Send a SEAL team first. Or fire your fucking Stargate into the sun. Stop it completely. Like, be like, oh yeah, we're done with this alien shit. I don't agree with that. They should do what they do.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
but you could be completely ignorant.
If you want to be safe 100% and have no chance of being attacked or being considered a threat, then get rid of your Stargate.
See, they think it's from the one planet.
So. At this point, they haven't figured out that you can dial other places. Yeah. Because it's been so long since they've dialed it and they've been set up that the solar systems have spread and got farther away from them, and their coordinates are different than the computer. So they have to like reset Earth coordinates for the Stargate system for Earth because they're on the extreme edge. The ones closer to the center of the galaxy haven't spread out as much, so the computer is compensating for their position. but Earth is so far that the solar system is spread out and lost its position in the network. So it only can access that one planet, and then when they reprogram it, they can access the other planets.
Me and Ferretti.
And it's again, like, we have to mention that all these guys are dead at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Nobody makes it back except for I don't think anybody. Does anybody make it back?
No, it's pretty much just a wipe.
I can't remember how it ends. I thought Daniel, the scientist guy, stays on the planet. Yes, they stay on the planet. He dies, but this guy survives. Jack O'Neill's the only one who dies. He goes up with the nuke. The rest of his men go through the Stargate, and Daniel stays on the planet with his tribesmen. Like,
And yeah,
it's so creepy.
and wife.
Yeah, it's like when guys like go on missionary trips to the fucking
Like
like
Apocalypse
a
Now.
third world country and then marry a citizen of that
Yeah.
third world country. You're like, what are you doing? Like, that's so weird.
It's
Like,
gonna work out fine.
It's like marrying somebody you it's like traveling in time.
Yeah.
And marrying somebody from another
Exactly.
century. Like,
You're like, oh, that's quaint. Get the fuck out of my base.
they are Marines?
No, they're Air Force.
Colonel? Air Force, yes. Air Force.
Because Cheyenne's an Air Force base. Same as ours here.
But again, like NASA, it should be run by the Navy, not the Air Force. In my opinion.
Well, once you transition to ships, it would have to be.
Well, when you're
Like ships.
even without the ships, you're making quick strikes at long distance with no backup other than the Stargate. You're landing on a beach alone in a enemy territory.
Yeah, you got to bring all your
That's
shit
not
with
the
you.
Air Force. That's
Yeah,
the
that's the
Navy.
Navy.
The
Yeah,
Navy
yeah.
does that.
The Air Force is home on weekends.
Yes. Yeah. The Navy would have the natural trained men for this kind of operation.
Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, we know they know they're going there forever,
Yeah.
or they know they're going
Or
there
it's
for a long
possible.
time.
Yeah, it's possible that we might not be able to get them off that beach
Yeah.
immediately.
Air Force guys would be like, fuck no.
Yeah, no, I want to be able to fly my plane back to the...
They're playing Back to the Futures, all the Back to the Futures on Saturday.
Yeah. I want to be able to land that plane and then go home.
Yeah.
Like,
And I
for
drop
the
those
night.
bombs and
Yeah.
go back home.
And it takes them a long time to even get to... well, I guess the first thing they do is make a fighter. So it's like... But it seems like they do that just because they're the Air Force. So of
Yeah.
course the Air Force, the first thing they're going to do
Is
is
gonna
make
make
a
a fighter.
space fighter, yeah.
Yeah, because the Navy would be like, we want a massive fucking...
And they eventually
Aircraft
do that,
carrier.
but it is manned by Air Force.
Yeah.
Just like... I get how a aircraft carrier should be manned by a pilot, but battleships aren't.
Yeah.
Like, the captain of an aircraft carrier should be a pilot, but just because your ship is capable of having fighters on it doesn't make it an aircraft carrier. And they always have to... That's like what they basically... They're hamstrung with.
Yeah.
They're like, we have to make aircraft carriers because this is the Air Force. And there's really no need to make fighters in the universe they've set up. There's capital ships and there's destroyers, but there's no enemy fighters that come in. Oh yeah, they are, but they're not really a huge threat to me. Yeah, I guess they kind of engineer the world to be helpful for it to be helpful to have fighters, but it seems like the only reason they're doing it is because they're Air Force.
Yeah.
If they were Navy, they wouldn't even be bothering with them. They'd be like, just put some Gatling guns on the
Exactly.
ship and take out those stupid fighters. We don't need to have dogfights in space.
We need to ship you out of the other end of that fucking wormhole.
Yeah. And it's cool too because the series eventually evolves into, yeah, why aren't we just building Stargates, giant ones in space, and sending ships through it? Because that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And they eventually start doing that.
Which is kind of neat that an ancient civilization would develop the technology of a Stargate, but not have the ability to take it like on a massive scale. And then you find it; it's crazy advanced technology to you, and then you're like, well, we can take it to the next level. Like,
Yeah. Well, and like that's also the thing that is like shrouded in mystery throughout the whole series is like how did these people create this many stargates across the universe? Like it's infinity. Every planet in the goddamn galaxy has fucking a stargate on it. Like that's ridiculous. Every habitable planet that can support human beings has a stargate on it. Like this is kind of ridiculous. There's no reason. That's a very highly advanced race that is able to do that. And then they come out with the series Stargate Universe, and it's an ancient ship that's existed for millions of years that is essentially a Stargate factory.
Yeah.
It's on autopilot. It makes Stargates and drops them on ships, on planets, with no... It's all fucking automatic. And it just goes through the universe, and it's been doing this for millennia. And you're like, oh, okay, well, you've taken all the mystery out of that, I guess, now. That's how they did it. Like, yeah,
it's funny. You can tell this is planned as a two-parter, because we just finished the first act now.
Half an hour in. It was Gary definitely. I'm sure
it's following like the exact same formula, just literally stretched over 2 time periods.
Yeah, I'm sure this played on the same night.
Yeah,
I'm sure it had like a two-hour special premiere.
Introduce the problem. Introduce the solution.
Yeah.
Introduce execution of the solution.
Have their darkest moment. Reversal. The hero comes in. She's like, ugh, like so fucking hot. Like she's one of those nostalgia girls, like fucking Neve Campbell, and like were the hot supermodels right when I was 14.
Yeah,
and like going through puberty.
I didn't like the 90s short hair deal. That was a fucking abomination.
She's the only one that can pull it off. She eventually gets long hair as the series progresses. I think she has a ponytail at the end of the 10th
works.
season.
That's fine.
Yeah, but she's flawless. She can rock the boy cut, and she's a badass. Like she's like, other than Ripley, she's like one of the few female science fiction heroes that are actually like not a stupid barbarian like Ripley eventually becomes. She's a scientist. This is actually like way more accurate to how the Federation would start than Enterprise is. Like this is this follows the human progression to
these are all our nation's top military, top scientists.
Yeah, minus
all fucking getting together.
Minus the Third World War, this is essentially how the Federation would become and how humans would become a force to be reckoned with in the galaxy.
Yeah.
After such a slow start. And a Third World War.
Oh, snap.
Damn right, Carter.
So I guess he would be like what? What's a Ranger? Air Force? Air Force is Ranger, right?
Rangers are Army.
Or is that Army?
Yeah, Rangers are Army, I'm pretty sure.
Because what's the Air Force's scouting force?
Marines are Navy. Rangers. What's the other one? Green Berets. Isn't that Air Force?
Green Berets? That's Air Force? Yeah, that's probably Green Berets.
Oh, that might be Army too. Who does the fucking Air Force have when shit goes down?
Well, the
paratroopers? Is there paratroopers?
Well, there's paratroopers, but yeah.
No, that's Army too. That's not Air Force.
That's true.
Yeah, the Air Force dropped the paratroopers in, but the paratroopers aren't part of the Air Force.
That's right. Whatever.
Huh. What about the guys, the cavalry in Vietnam when they started flying in those Hueys and dropping in soldiers? Were those Air Force soldiers or Army soldiers?
That was Air Cav.
That was Air Cav. Yeah. What is that? Army or Air Force?
Oh yeah, I guess that would be Air Corps.
I would assume it's Air Corps because you're primary mode of transportation. Those guys don't drive
Yeah, because
tanks.
that was the fucked up thing about Vietnam. You're like, why the fuck is the Air Force having its own goddamn war?
Yeah. Because tanks are useless in the jungle. You need
Yeah.
to fucking drop people in an aircraft, on helicopters. And I would assume Air Cav would be Air Force.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the American military's fucked up, so who knows? But if I was to guess who the elite soldiers of the Air Force are, it would be Air Cav. But that's not guaranteeing that. Because you would assume if you're in the Air Force, you know how to fucking fly a plane. But I guess that's not true either.
No. No, there's tons of guys at the base that are just guards.
And part of the Air Force.
Yeah, that's right.
And have no idea how to fly a plane.
Exactly. No, they're just like infantry guys, but just...
It's like you assume every Navy man knows how to swim, but
Yeah.
not necessarily.
Why do the guys in the back hesitate? You'd think the first guys would be the ones to hesitate.
Yeah. I would much rather be in the middle of that group than...
Let's put the chicken shits in the back. Yeah, watch everybody else do it first, then do it.
Yeah, and what about, like, the first man in, last man out? Like, shouldn't the leaders be the first guys to go in through there?
Well, maybe that's why they didn't hesitate, you know what I mean?
I think that from this episode on, you don't see that. I think he's the first one through, pretty much after this. Like, look at the delay they're taking. Like, those men could be being slaughtered right now.
Yeah, exactly. By the time I've had this little conversation, there's been a firefight on the other side of the wormhole.
Yeah.
And the same effect from the movie, which you
Wow,
don't even see.
it's like the exact same effect from a movie that was done 10 years before.
Yeah.
This is brutal with 2017 eyes, but
This
damn.
stops. This stops after this episode, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they very rarely show that whole thing of them traveling through space like that. Well, he did, like, toss you through there with no chance to catch your breath before you went through.
Fucking sweeping your buddies with your rifle, with your muzzle, get there, guy. Jesus.
Proper gut. Like, he's pointing right at his friend in front of him. He's literally pointing at his back. Man, you're lucky he was here. You look a lot different. Like, your actor's changed since the last time I
Yeah,
saw
exactly.
you. I hope I don't look completely different. Oh, I do? Okay.
You don't even look like the same man.
Yeah. Have I changed that much? Yes, you have.
It's precisely that much.
Yeah. Man, this has got to be a worse career killer than Star Trek. Like, nobody survived this show.
Yeah.
Like, nobody worked after this.
They also rolled in cable money.
Syndication money, guaranteed. Like, all of them are probably millionaires from the show alone.
I don't have to work anymore. I'm good. I recite poetry at the local jazz club on Wednesdays. So.
Did anybody carry over from the movie? I don't think so. Because that's definitely not the same girl.
Just recast them all. TV budgets here, guys. TV budgets.
This has got to be after Babylon 5, right?
So what about the question of why isn't this fucking buried right now? Daniel. What the fuck?
Oh no, that was the ruse. They knew they never were going to bury it. He just told the Air Force that they did bury it. I think. thought you wanted to be called Captain.
Ooh, brave man.
Very brave man.
Like telling a woman to calm down. A very bad idea.
Oh yeah. Regardless if she's calm or not. You can be excited about both sexes though. The worst thing in the world you can tell anybody is to calm down, especially when they're pissed off.
You could probably get away with telling a dude to calm down.
Yeah, have you ever been told to calm down? You're pissed off?
Yeah, I guess so. I would not take it lightly.
No, it's not a fun experience. I have every right to be pissed off and not calm right now, so don't tell me to fucking calm down.
I got to this point somehow.
Yeah.
You know,
is he getting upset with these, like, you become a man on this world at the age of 12. Like, of course they're going to be making moonshine.
The old lady's like, I'll do a shot of that.
No, Kowalski seems to be handling it pretty well.
Yeah.
That's like you're elevating him to the level of wizard, giving him a lighter in the
Yeah,
world that he
exactly.
lives in. Everybody else has to fucking rub two sticks together to get a fire going.
He's like, I can go to a store where there's literally 50 in a case.
You know, the kid, he's just like, oh no, I have this thing. And as long as I'm not an idiot and don't waste the flame on it, this thing will last the rest of my goddamn life.
Yeah, but what do you do when it runs out of fuel? You have to figure out how to make fuel.
You have a flint. The
Yeah, you
actual
also need
flint.
fuel
Oh wait,
though.
the flint runs out too, right?
Yeah.
On a Zippo.
Flint runs out. You could find flint, I guess. It's stone. Or some kind of...
But I mean, if you're
Replacement.
using it just for emergency situations, like I'm not saying he's lighting every
You still
goddamn
gotta
fire.
keep the cotton underneath wet.
Yeah, but I mean, he has it, and you could stretch out a full Zippo for an entire lifetime.
No, it'll dry out. No, it wouldn't stretch it out for a whole lifetime. It'll
I
dry
think
out
so.
in a few months.
If you're smart about it, and you just really.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Ah.
You can't leave the Zippo alone. It'll
No,
dry out.
no. But I mean, you have it with you, but you just don't use it sparingly.
No,
Eventually,
the
it'll
fuel
just
will
dry out.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Every time you open the
So
lid,
that thing
it's
is just a
evaporating.
fucking paperweight for this kid.
Basically.
It's not useful at all to
No.
him. It's just sentimental.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, unless he's figured out how to make it like fuel out of fat and stuff. Like whale oil.
I guess they have torches. So
Yeah.
torches don't work without oil.
Yeah, so if they have oil, then he
It's
could
not
use it.
just rags.
You'd have to. I guess the key would be stretching out a wick a whole fucking lifetime.
But again, if you're making torches, candles probably aren't that far off.
Yeah.
So they're probably making wicks. So you could probably replace both the wick. The flint thing would probably be the problem. Trying to get flint to the size that it would get in there.
Unless they have flint for starting fires already.
No, but I mean manufacturing the
Yeah.
flint to actually fit into it and replace the flint that he has would be a pain in the ass. I'd like a prop torch. Like something that I could just fill with
Walk
lighter
around
fluid. Yeah, just fill it. I wouldn't
Instead of
have
a
to-
flashlight, you just
Yeah.
need a torch.
Yeah.
You leave the bar, you're like, oh, I gotta go home now.
That'd be hilarious. Yeah.
Sir, what do you do with that? What? It's not illegal. To fire at the end of a stick.
I'm sure an actual torch would be illegal. Like
Why would it be illegal?
because it's dripping and like you have to you could like
You don't
kill
use it
somebody with it.
inside.
No, but you'd be dripping, burning rag all over the fucking road when
No,
you're
it's a
walking.
wick.
No, a true torch is a rag dipped in oil wrapped around a fucking stick. Like really wrapped around.
Yeah,
Like,
but, like-
they're like doing that like
Yeah.
over and over and over again until it's like can last like hours and burn. That shit fucking drips all over the place and leave like black horrible marks all over the fucking place and be terrifying. It'd be like walking around with an axe.
Yeah.
Like people would be scared as fuck. But a prop one, it'd be just like walking around with a giant Zippo. Again, you'd probably get pulled over. And the cops would be like, what the hell you got there? I just got a giant stick with flame on it.
Or you get one of those propane cylinders and you hide into the stick.
Well, that's essentially what a prop torch is. Yeah. Now, it's real convenient that he found this temple after the last movie.
It'd be funny as a propane torch, you go inside a store and stuff. Go to the backs.
Yeah. But again, kind of unnecessary.
Hold this.
Yeah,
when you walk in.
You'd probably just tip it next to the door, shut it off, and put it next to the door. Yeah, see, the expanding universe, Earth got knocked off the charts. Hey, they even use the word network. I do remember this show.
We could dial phone numbers.
Is it just because I know all this, or does this seem like very simple? Like, easy moron could figure this shit out if it wasn't a TV show from the 90s.
Well, you see, then the first guy goes up to the keypad and he goes, 8675309. Planet of Jennies.
Yeah, I wouldn't be standing so close to the wormhole that sprouts out 9 feet of disintegrating plasma.
Energy. Yeah, your fucking dinner table's right at the fucking entrance.
Yeah, good luck hiding. You have lit torches around. People are gonna know you're there.
They'd be like, oh, there were people here like a second
ago. Yeah. They got big holes in their
buddy.
chest now. God, it'll not only blow through you, but it'll explode if it lands next to you. Damn, that's a very efficient weapon. Horrible to carry around.
Yeah, so even if you slightly miss, you still kill your target.
Yeah.
And they have the big clunking too, like they walk like robots.
Yeah, because their armor's so thick. They're supposed to... Well, I guess they're mainly designed to stop, like, swords and shit, but... They seem to be doing a pretty good job on this low-caliber shit they're firing, but that looked like a pretty big rifle. You think that thing would make them into mincemeat? Especially considering the luck that the actual soldiers, those stupid guards had. You think some elite guys would have been able to take a few more out? That seems like a young age to be looking for a new body.
Yeah.
Like I want to be a 16-year-old again. I'm only in my 40s though, or the body I'm currently hosting.
Eight, 6, 7, 5.
Oh my god,
3,
there's enough numbers. It works.
9.
That's amazing. It actually works. That probably goes to like the best planet ever. The most hardcore partying planet. So they only lost one guy? No, they didn't lose anybody.
No, that was a complete fucking wipe for the
bad guys.
Abidosians,
The good guys,
whatever the
yeah.
fuck.
Oh, the
Oh, you guys
cowards
are a
come
bunch
out.
of... Yeah. So we all suck, huh,
Yeah.
guys? Well, we can't all say we were knocked unconscious.
Quick, punch me. Who's gonna punch me? I don't care. Just punch me. Did he get shot in the eye?
See, I always thought it was Choppa Eye, like EYE-I, like, because it was a fucking round thing.
Oh, yeah. That's what I always assumed, too. But I guess that's not how English works. It would have to be an I, right? If you want that
Unless
sound.
the person who wrote the subtitles just doesn't get it.
Yeah, maybe. Well, quite possibly.
Else he'd have to be like, that's an awful coincidence with our language. Exactly. I'm gonna give you guns, you retard.
Yeah, that should have been... He should have been arguing to go with them at this point. And they should be going, no, you can't come.
Yeah, you need to help me. And then he'd be like, this is a personal fucking mission.
Yeah. Jack should be saying you have to stay with these people. You're the leader.
Yeah.
And he should be like, I have to go find my wife. You're taking me with you.
Yeah. He's like, this place is gonna get fucking invaded.
I think they do eventually transplant these people. Or they all get wiped out and killed. For colluding with the humans.
I think they end up getting transplanted.
I think they get transplanted and killed. I think during the transplantation storyline,
It's like an evacuation.
They all get wiped out, yeah. Because this isn't Star Trek. Shit does not go well for the humans in this series. In the long run, shit works out, but it's quite
very
the fucking,
bloody.
Yeah, it's quite the journey getting there. The Alpha Site gets wiped out like 3 times. Like they pick planets to be like, okay, if Earth gets invaded, we send the top of the top here and we start our civilization over. And every time they do it, somebody finds out where it is and wipes it out. Or some disease wipes out the whole colony or something.
Something unexpected.
Yeah. They do some great time travel episodes where they like explore what would happen if the population of Earth found out about the Stargates, and it's really cool. But they always it's a time travel episode, so it never happens, and it seems like something that they would not be able to keep quiet as long as they do in this series, especially when you have alien fleets showing up on Earth and attacking places. Oh, thank God, toilet paper.
Yeah, exactly.
I
He's like, I'm gonna really miss this place.
Oh my God, running water. I've missed you so.
As soon as he gets back, I'm going to the nearest shower. Decontamination? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, scrub me down.
I've had sand in my asshole for the past decade.
Yeah, you guys didn't tell us about that thing. That seems like a level of technology that the humans aren't capable yet.
Yeah.
Modifying a Stargate to add an iris to it, they never really explain that well, as far as I remember.
Like, how do you secure something to a ring?
And where does all that metal go? Like, inside the... No other Stargate has that. That's a human modification. Or an Earthling modification.
He's like, oh yeah, I will be.
Well, I think that's like I like Jackson, but he is a pompous asshole.
Yeah.
Like, why would they help him? Like, you've lied to us, and
Yeah.
like, you're a liability at the very least.
It's kind of like Jabba's place.
It's very Jabba-esque. Like, it would make sense if the bodies that they're swapping out for are like old and like decrepit. But
Instead of like in their prime,
yeah,
they're swapping out already.
I guess you'd want to, like, the best part is aging gracefully, just from 16 to 30.
Yeah.
That's the only real, like, okay, yeah, I've done from 30 to 60.
Ooh, 38, 40?
Yeah,
No.
everything after that is garbage, so.
How about prime all the time?
Yeah.
Chris, you almost fit through that hole, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, there's guys right on the other side, but if there weren't guards there, he could probably squeeze through that. He did get shot in the eye or something, or shrapnel in his eye.
Permanent retirement.
Okay, good. Now I don't have to.
Yeah.
I'm going home.
Going to Chili's. Do you think they have 37 pieces of flair? I don't know, Jack. I haven't been on this planet in a decade.
You
I
ever
don't know
read
what Chili's is.
the Home Alone theory that mixes Home Alone into MacGyver?
No.
Apparently, all the different kids from the movies, like there's 6 movies now, Home Alones.
Really?
Yeah, and
Jesus.
only a few of them actually, I think only one actually tries to make Kevin McAllister a different actor. The rest of them are like cousins or brothers of Kevin McAllister.
Yeah.
Or completely different families. It's just
Are you
a
saying the
whole-
McAllisters are rotten? A
No.
family of Irish kids?
That's what I'm the exact opposite. It's only Kevin and like his cousin, and then the rest of the kids are not
Perfect.
McAllisters.
Yeah.
No. The rest of the kids that the movies talk about, the Home Alone kids that's the only connection is they're Home Alone. They're not all McAllisters. And the theory is that these kids all grow up fucked up, especially Kevin McAllister, because they're first of all they're super geniuses, being able to do what they do, and how does that? What do those kids become? And the idea is because MacGyver has a weird relationship with kids. There's like a lot of MacGyver episodes where he's saving kids and like getting way too involved with kids. He creates an army of super Home Alone kids, and
Like Scout Kids.
yeah, and the theory is that he is the MacGyver is a code name for Kevin McAllister.
Yeah.
And he's the original. And the timelines don't work out because MacGyver takes place in the 70s and Kevin McAllister was born in the fucking 70s. So.
Yeah.
But eventually all those kids are recruited to be super spies, and that's the Home Alone.
So all these kids that
Like
go missing
17.
aren't going missing. They're being recruited into a
Yes.
spy organization.
To become the new MacGyvers. Because MacGyver is essentially a CIA agent.
Or be like named on the first one.
Or it's like
Named
that.
after the
It's like the
first one.
Bond theory.
Yeah.
That Bond is a code name. MacGyver is a
Yeah.
code name, and it's different guys. He's just the first one.
Yes, that's what I never understood why Bond couldn't get over that. Like,
Well, because
it has to be the one specific guy. No, it doesn't. Like,
well, it does because he gets married as Sean Connery, and the same wife dies as Roger Moore, and he goes to the funeral. So 3 Bonds at least are the same character, if not different actors, or actually different actors but the same character. So it throws the whole theory of Bond being a codename out the window, because that is it is Bond.
his name, yeah.
Yeah, Bond is Bond, and everything that happens
Yeah,
to
but I
every
meant, like,
actor
in the-
happens to the same guy.
Yeah. With the newer films.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It's you're assuming all three of the movies with Daniel Craig take place before the other Bonds. Like he will become Roger Moore. Daniel Craig eventually.
Just in a different future timeline.
Yes. Because they've shifted
what a mess.
the time times. Yeah, which makes no sense.
You actually got to see a little bit of nipple there almost.
I don't like. Why would she? I guess they probably stripped her and then left her nothing but this weird wedding dress. But it seems like she dressed very nicely. Like, why wouldn't you just wrap yourself up or something, or be like, screw you, I'm wearing the curtains. Like, they didn't take her dog tags. She's still wearing the dog tags. Yeah. That's very close to nipple. I think it's just because HD has come after.
Yeah.
They're like, no one's gonna be able to see your nipples through that on a small screen. Have we even got to the second episode yet?
Well, we should be at this point.
Or this is probably still the first episode. Yeah, this ain't creepy at all.
Whoa, instant.
Oh,
nude.
That was some pretty crafty editing.
Yeah.
No, they edited that perfect.
Scene naked.
Yeah. As soon as that tit comes into view, cut the shot. Or just before. And I guess if you lived one life completely as a brunette, you'd go blonde for a bit.
I want to see if blonde girls do have more fun.
I'm definitely not a blonde man, though, because it's definitely a downgrade for this girl. Ew. Yeah, that's a definite turn off.
Subhuman would fuck that.
See, I told you it's not good enough for her. Why would you go from that to the blonde? Like, she is uber hot. I'm not saying the blonde's not hot, but
better than the blonde.
Different leagues. That's what we call acting, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Did they just kill her? Oh my god, awesome. We've been following this character the whole episode. The whole this is the only named character we're gonna rescue that we give a fuck about, and they just whack her. It's awesome. It was like, yeah, she's useless now. That's pretty dark for a 90s show.
Yeah,
shooting somebody without a name.
Killing main characters didn't even start as a thing yet.
No, but I mean, like, shooting random guards that we haven't established as characters at all is understandable.
Status quo,
yeah, status quo. But this girl has been kidnapped, went through all that. We followed her alone as a character. Like,
yeah.
you'd
TV
expect
didn't start
her
doing that till like the 2000s.
Yeah, you'd expect her to have been rescued.
Yeah,
like. And that's another smart move the show makes. They branch out from Egyptian gods into like Norse gods and Celtic gods and shit.
You're saying we have to go liberate the universe or the galaxy?
Yeah. Talk about a human trait.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's dictators all over the universe? Well, let's go take care of that.
Yeah.
Really? It's really none of your business, Earth.
Don't go pick a fight.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We're sending our missionaries.
Don't go picking a fight you're not willing to fucking follow through with.
Or no, don't pick a fight and follow through with it when you don't have to.
Yeah. And you're probably not going to win.
I guess morality is the only legitimate reason to go to war, right?
I guess.
But depending on your morals, means you're on the
Like,
which side you're on.
How do you prove that's not propaganda?
Yeah, well, and how do you prove that your morals are any better than theirs?
Yeah, you would have to pretty much let the
unless it's like, you know,
cut
and dry, like gassing Jews.
You'd have to literally be like, here's a fence, and here we're much happier on this side, and you have to join us, and that's
like,
it.
You have a real
we will
hard
not invade you.
Yeah, nobody can justify Nazism.
Yeah,
like nobody can say that.
Well, nobody will be able to justify a war against you if you never invaded anybody.
Yeah,
where you're just like, no, we just stand on the outside until they fucking join us. Well, they're like, things are better on that side of the fence than this side, so fuck that.
Well, it's like that whole thing with Ireland being negotiators.
Yeah. Well, like Berlin, where Easter Berlin has no fucking jobs and it's fucking waiting in line for shit, and West Berlin is like fucking people have jobs and they're fucking like.
But I mean, like, you have to, like, the only person that can really have a leg to stand on when talking peace is somebody who's never invaded another country.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's Ireland. It's the only other country. It's the only country on the planet.
Yeah, they also supported Hitler, so.
Supported is a strong word, but it's the correct word. Yes, it is the correct word.
That said, fuck the English so hard we're siding with Hitler.
That's what hate does to you. You hate somebody so much that you side with fucking Hitler. Like he's a bad guy, and I don't like what he's doing to Jews, but he's bombing the fuck out of England, so let's do this.
Oh, Ferretti!
We won't give him any bombs to use, but we'll clap every time he uses one. Oh, that's why they're keeping this guy around. He saw They actually set that up too. He was watching. They cut to him watching the guy punch in the code. Oh, they're gonna kill this fucker too, aren't they? Oh, maybe not. He just said, if you're not back in 24 hours, the second team is going to leave without you. And the leader of the second team said, yeah, we're not doing that. Right in front of him. That's not how the military works, guys. Yeah. You say, yes, sir, we will. Very sarcastically. So everybody knows you're doing the exact opposite.
Yeah, sure.
You don't just fucking blatantly defy orders that were just given to you. Holy crap, this is old. Look at those fucking computer monitors. They're like icons.
Yeah. The big CRT screens.
Yeah.
When moving your monitor was a real pain in the ass.
When you could hurt your back.
Yeah, exactly.
Your computer monitor.
You throw your back out. Oh, I got a Trinitron too. No.
Oh, I thought that said Fred. E-Red. Usually they do something stupid and be like, you have to be naked to go through the Stargate. Only biological material goes through.
Like Terminator?
Yeah. It's kind of unpractical for a show like this, but it would make for interesting episodes if every time they had to go through the Stargate, they had to be naked.
Down.
And it'd be a great failsafe for, like, you can't invade other planets. Because you have to show up naked. You can't send, like, bombs and guns through this thing. But then that would just make people make biological weapons and send it through, so... Oh, that's not fucking Vancouver at all, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Mountains and trees?
The Rocky Mountains and pine trees.
Or like X-Files. It's not Vancouver at all.
Yeah, it's raining like it's Vancouver, but... Or like that rocket.
Well, it was kind of like the natural evolution of how everything took place in San Francisco in the 80s movies.
It's like the
and
Star
they were like,
Trek
oh, we
rock.
can just skip across the border and
That's
not pay
the
taxes.
Star Trek fight rock. When he
Yeah.
fights the Gordon
Yeah.
next to that rock that is the most iconic rock in California
Yeah.
that every movie puts in their goddamn fucking shot of
Because it's
California.
just outside of town.
Yeah. They're like, oh, we're in California? Show the California rock real
Yeah.
quick. Yeah, no shit. You're not. That's why they put nothing around the Stargate and a bunch of rocks so
Yeah,
people
it's
could just
in the
like
pit.
hide next to it. Like, how about we make the only access to our planet as littly defendable as possible?
Yeah.
So people can't just like come through.
Well, you'd also use a proxy planet to launch an offense from rather than fucking dialing from your own home. That'd be stupid.
Well, from your primary planet.
Yeah.
You launch attacks from your colonies.
Yeah. You'd be like, that way nobody has my phone number.
Yeah. Whoa, titties! Whoa! She's full on naked there.
Hello, TV.
I wonder if this is like DVD extras. Damn, they're really holding on the tits.
Can't go wrong with that.
God, 10 out of 10. Good diet, baby. I can definitely see why she waited for this girl.
Yeah, exactly. So the blonde one.
This had to have been on TV. Nah, they must have edited this for the DVD. Added the scenes with her naked like that. Oh, it's all pussy and gross. God
Yeah,
damn
that's
it.
disgusting.
It's so nasty. Good though. So, what was the other girl just not getting paid enough for her tits to be shown? Or could they only get away with one set of tits for the rating? You can't have tits all over the place, but you can have one set.
You get one set of titties.
Yeah.
No, like you said, I don't think they showed that in the.
Yeah, that must have been
Original.
edited around.
Unless it's aired at night.
I guess
Because
if
like this is like
you could edit
because
that.
Lex
You could
couldn't
crop that
Lex
screen.
couldn't air till after fucking like midnight or some shit.
Yeah, but Lex is like 10 years before this.
Yeah.
Like, it's 80, like early 80s Lex?
Lex? No, it's the late 90s.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
Well, it's got to be
Late
before
90s,
this.
early
Though.
2000s.
And I don't know if it's Lex because of the tits. It's put on late. It's because that show is gross.
Because the show is lightly disguised pornography.
Well, it's just everything's gross in that show. Like the main character is a skeevy douchebag. The other main character is a
With
zombie.
An undead,
Yeah, undead zombie who like has no emotion.
A decapitated robot
the ship
head.
is a giant dragonfly inside and out. Like, the inside of that ship does not look appealing. Like you couldn't like lie down on the floor and have a nap in that ship. You'd be in puddles of gross, awful. Cool design, but practically worst ship you could be in.
Yeah.
And like again, you could describe every aspect of that show as gross. Set design, themes, like everything in that show is fucking nasty. Like at least Stargate eventually had like its happy moments.
Yeah.
Lex was just depressing from start to finish. I'm pretty sure that show ends with everyone dying, right? Spoilers,
probably.
Spoilers for Lex.
Well, they
eventually
lose a bunch of
blows up.
times because they keep changing the actors every season. So they get
Yeah, but
fucked.
that main
like,
the engineer stays throughout the whole thing.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he's a coward.
Well, he's like well, not protagonist, but he's like the person this story is being told through. He's our rock to the real world. Everything has to be explained to him.
It's funny they don't have their P90s yet either.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up, because they eventually go standard issue P90s for everybody.
God damn it.
That's great. Unless we want a bad reputation, we should avoid shooting the first people we
Like
meet.
landing on the shores of North America.
Yeah, that's another great concept too. Is you can't enslave an entire planet with 6 fucking billion people on
Yeah.
it with one ship and like a bunch of occulty followers.
It's an operation.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter how technologically advanced you are.
There's actual
If you're
work to do.
well, yeah, but if
Yeah.
you're outnumbered a fucking billion to one, you got 6 guys versus 6 billion. It doesn't matter if they're cavemen or not. You're losing that
Yeah,
fight.
exactly.
Like, so they start kidnapping people from Earth and starting their own little societies on planets that have a couple hundred people on them, so they can't pose a threat.
You can decentralize it.
Yeah, you can take slaves from the little planets that you start off with these tiny colonies.
And no matter how much they could gather or rally a fight
If,
together,
even
they
if
would never
every
be able to
single person on the
overthrow you.
planet, even every single person on the planet unites to fight you, you can just take one gun and take out the whole population, because the whole population is only a couple 100,000 people, and that's why Earth is such a pain in the ass, and nobody wants to take it over, because the whole point is you'd have to kill everybody on the planet, and then the planet becomes useless again.
Yeah.
And it's too much of a pain in the ass to try to enslave 7 billion people. And if anything, what are they called? The Gould? The Gould are long-term thinkers. Like, they plan out millennia. They don't plan out a couple decades.
Well, because they've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
Get used to it, buddy.
Yeah, this is going to be a recurring thing every time you go through that goddamn Stargate. That's a pretty badass horn. Look like a French horn,
Yeah.
but
You
caveman
you
French
gotta
horn.
carry that everywhere? Yeah, it's heavy as fuck.
No, this is just the horn for this room. Every room has its own horn. We can't move these things around. Oh, this ain't gonna be good.
Draw guns. Draw guns.
You don't think you guys stick out like a sore thumb in this room? Oh, party foul. You don't bring a guy's ex-wife to a party. Come on.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is the end of the episode. That's one thing that's weird about this whole storyline is she just always seems like a brain dead zombie. The version of her that is being taken over doesn't have its own personality. Like, it just seems like it's on autopilot the entire
basically.
time. She never has like an actual character as a possessed Gould.
It's just Raw's bitch, basically.
Basically, that's it. And she might as well just be a brainwashed version of Daniel's wife, because the whatever,
like, it would
Gould's
not
in
be
her-
a difficult call to be like, dude, she's gone.
Yeah, well, no,
Forget about
it. Wouldn't be a difficult to tell the difference between the two. It's not like she could pretend to be Daniel's wife. It'd be a completely different personality. You'd look at her once and be like, oh no, that's not my wife.
Yeah, exactly.
You could tell by the way she walked, by the way she acted.
You'd
talked.
get over that mighty quick, especially after being Kate and fuck owed.
Exactly. But they want Daniel to keep on trying to fight for her, so they make her this weird brainwashed zombie that has no personality herself. Oh wait, the end of the episode's coming up here soon. Teal'c's gonna walk in with a bunch of guards to execute everybody. I think.
And then that's when they recruit him.
Yeah, and he
Next episode.
And this Jack convinces him not to kill everybody. Oh, this is not plugged in anymore. That's why it's not working.
Oh, I see. Oh no!
Oh, digital watches. I'm so glad those are dead. They're so lame.
remember how they stink?
Oh yeah, and like just useless. As soon as the battery rode out, you're like, I'm not replacing these fucking batteries. I'm just buying a new one. The screens would crack, and like it wouldn't even crack. It would just like those cells that they filled out because it was that shitty like.
It would just go wonky.
Yeah, it would go wonky, and like that little the 4 would not have its legs because that fucking particular one was broken. I guess the 4 only has one leg. The 4 wouldn't have a leg. It'd be like a little U. God, I would not want to look at an alien sun that long. I'd be like, oh, this radiation is either going to give me superpowers or kill me.
Do you feel a tingle in your balls, Johnson? Not anymore. Me neither. What's that mean?
That's not a good sound. The sound my testicles just made.
Do you hear a sizzle?
Yeah. Are your
Smells
testicles...
smells like pork.
Are your testicles making noise? Yes. It's not a good thing. Okay, so the bars on that window are made of what? Shale?
Like stone?
Yeah, like you can just punch right through that crap. Rock that is
They'd be like,
less...
I have my knife sharpening tool here that'll mow right through that.
Rock that's less than an eighth thick is very easily... An eighth of an inch thick is very easy to break.
Especially when you know that you can score it and break it.
Yeah, exactly. You'd think it'd be real easy to break out of a jail cell. Made for cavemen, anyway. When you're from the 20th century. Oh. He has a weird relationship with minors in this thing, too. That's weird. MacGyver's a very kid-friendly character, I guess. Oh, here we go. Everyone's about to die. Nobody here speaks the language you're speaking, right? Bum bum bum. I want to be carried in a litter once. Gotta be like, what's worse, seasickness or litter sickness? It's gotta be wobbly walking around in that thing. Or being carried around in one of those things. Are you... That's a lot of people for just one. I think he's obviously less picky than his wife, because they obviously took a long time to find a girl for her, and he's just like stopping with the, oh, these are other people that are coming for them, not him or his wife.
Yeah, they're like the other,
Yeah, these are other Goulds.
yeah.
They don't get to be as picky as his wife, I guess. And have like private showings of individual slaves. many times?
A Locklear looking one.
How many times do you think Teal'c's witnessed this exact thing? Or you think?
Yeah, like why would he snap now? Right?
Maybe this is just a once in a lifetime thing. He's only been this god's particular bodyguard, and this is the first time he's switched out.
Well, this might be like a real exclusive fucking thing for their guard to do. You know what I mean?
Or no, it's like that particular guard. It only happens once every 30 years.
Yeah.
So this is the first time he's experienced this.
Yeah. And they're like, oh shit.
Because he only has the lifespan of a normal person.
Or maybe it's the only time that he's seen that they're not really gods. They have to
because he's dealing with SG-1 and not normal slaves. Nay nay. And that's a recurring thing for 4 goddamn years.
Yeah. I think that's real annoying.
Them trying to save that stupid kid
Yeah.
Scar. Fuck.
Yeah, it fucks them over so hard all the time.
Again, spoilers, but I'm pretty sure both of them don't get rescued. The wife almost gets rescued, and then she's killed when the whole planet gets killed of all the people from the movie. Because the show hates the movie, it has to kill everyone. And, Scar eventually has to sacrifice himself to save SG-1. At the moment they're gonna save him, he has to be like, no, I'm gonna stay a Goa'uld and kill myself. Again, it's kind of a depressing show.
This will turn out good. Here we go, double cross.
No, not quite yet. That is like one hell.
He's calling him out.
Yeah, of a Hail Mary right there. Maybe they're just gonna,
See?
But in the... I remember watching episode 1 and 2, and there is like a to be continued screen. Eventually. But I thought it took a to be continued happened before this.
Well, we're far over the halfway mark at this point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because we never saw the to be continued. They just cut these episodes right together. There never seemed to be like an actual ending point for the first episode to me. Because I know I watched this with the to be continued screen at one point. Again, that is a first-rate weapon. It just blew a fucking giant hole in that fucking concrete, 2 feet concrete wall.
There's got to be a way to set the intensity.
Yeah, I think it's like a disruptor. It's all or nothing.
It's a brutal weapon, yeah.
Yeah, it's all or nothing. It either bores a hole through your chest or blows up the wall right next to you. I think the eventual thing is Jack and Samantha get together. And Daniel, he gets Farscape Girl. Farscape Girl comes in the end of the run. Yeah. Like the last like 3 or 4 seasons, and they develop this like love relationship together.
She's a science. You remember?
No. She's like the exact opposite. She's like a criminal.
Is she?
She's like Han Solo.
Oh, because I didn't know.
She's like a scoundrel. Yeah, she's like the scoundrel. She's a former Goa'uld host.
Oh, so she wears the pants.
The Goa'uld leaves her and she survives. Yeah. And the Goa'uld dies and she survives, and she pretends to be the god for like 10 years after.
Oh yeah.
She continues to like actually make it, and then Daniel and Jack show up on her planet, and she's like, "Ooh yeah, I'm not really a Goa'uld, but if you want to just like keep this going, say I had a good thing going here."
Yeah. We don't need to upset the locals right now.
Yeah. So it's like a opposites attract thing. I really wish this caveman guy, continued. He's like the only kidnapped person from his planet that is like way more backward than the rest. Like he almost looks like a Neanderthal. And I don't think you ever see him again. long life and have to be way more than double
Yeah.
for me to abide a slug in my stomach.
Exactly. We're an incubator for an alien.
Like, as long as you have obviously you have your own personality. Like, it doesn't take over while it's growing inside you. It's just a gestation thing. But it would have to advance my life tenfold at least.
See, that looks pretty good, man.
For 90s CG television show, again, they probably put all their money in this first episode, the first 2 episodes. The CG budget is, in my opinion, in all likelihood, most likely going to drop significantly in the next couple episodes. And I don't think you ever see that goddamn ship again. They have medium-sized transport ships, but they don't look like that. And I never liked this. An adapted weird transporter with fucking
rings,
rings. Like, ugh, I hated that whole thing. Like, it's like the Thor race. I can't remember what they're called, but the little aliens. They have actual transporter technology.
Yeah, they just zap in and out.
Yeah, they just beam people off planets and on planets. It's not these stupid transporter rings.
Yeah, that's when you realize the Goa'uld are more like just the shitty Saddam Husseins of the fucking...
Yeah,
galaxy.
they're stealing all this technology.
Yeah.
They're using it for their... Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, it was
It just
weird.
turned into a
Morph.
fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something they drop in this episode. That never happens again.
No.
That's a shot from the movie right there. Same with that one.
Yeah. We can just recycle this. Pull a Star Trek.
At least those were 2 different movies. This is a series stealing from the movies.
Really? You gonna be like that predictable?
Well, they don't have to deal with anti-aircraft.
Yeah.
Like, they've never had to deal with somebody shooting at them from the ground. So they're like, oh fuck, we'll just strafe these guys. Like, it looks like they're literally duct taking gaffa sticks to the side of their ships.
Basically.
Like, those are literally...
Well, if you're stealing technology,
that's all you can do.
you can just copy it different sizes.
Yeah. God, I wish it was that easy. Imagine you could just walk through a door and be on Mars.
Yeah. Well, aside from the vacuum of space killing you. Or lack of atmosphere.
No, you put a dome around that Stargate, you're good. That's one thing they never even explored in the series. Mars colonization. Because eventually they get 2 Stargates. They find one in Russia. And they move that to, did you ever watch Atlantis?
No.
Atlantis is on the other side of the galaxy.
Yeah.
And the way they get there is they put a Stargate halfway between Earth and Atlantis. And it's in a space station in the middle of empty space. And people Stargate to that space station and then shut off the Stargate and then dial Atlantis and then jump again to Atlantis. And then eventually that starbase gets fucking destroyed. And I say starbase, I literally mean a box that is twice the size of a Stargate around a fucking Stargate out there. Like, it's kind of a joke. But it takes, like, I think it takes like a month or 6 months to travel there in a starship, and then another month to get to Atlantis, or another 6 months to get to Atlantis. So like, it cuts a year trip in a spaceship down to instantaneous, essentially.
So now Kowalski's gonna have to eat it for doing his good deed.
And he doesn't die. You forget what happened to Kowalski? He gets mouth fucked. We'll watch it.
That's what I mean. Like,
Did we?
You know that character is doomed.
Oh yeah. And it's written all over his face. Like, if you have any knowledge of television, you know this character has written into his contracts that he gets screwed in everything he's in.
Yeah. Oh, he was a perfect good guy? Fuck him.
And you know what? If you want us to call him Scar, then spell it Skar.
Yeah.
Or Scar. If you want it pronounced like Scar, pronounce it the way we fucking spell Scar, or spell it the way we spell Scar. Like that fucking jackass from Lion King, when they wrote down Scar, they wrote Scar. Yeah,
exactly.
they didn't write Skaara.
Symbolism.
Yeah. Because I pronounce that Skaera.
Skara. Or whatever.
You make the sound Scar with a C, not a K.
Yeah.
You go Skaara, like...
Well, they had that one guy who tried to have a phonetic version of English popularized, but it didn't fly. Back in the 50s.
Yeah, but that's not even phonetic. That's just the way we spell the fucking way it sounds. Like... Somebody, I was in a fucking message board the other day, and somebody said, "Why do English people think they own the English language?" And I wrote back, "Because they're English." Yeah. Yeah. They might not own. I'm not agreeing that they own. I'm not saying they own the English language. I'm saying they feel that they own it because they're English.
Exactly.
Just like the Germans probably kind of feel that they own German. The German language.
Yes, it's Deutsch, but
yeah, but they're pretty much the only ones. Like. I'm sure French people in France kind of have a feeling that that's their language too. Like,
there's another fucking amazing human weapon. Goddamn claymores.
Oh, yeah. Like, talk about something that probably should be a war crime. Like, yeah, it probably should be banned.
Well, you set up a kill zone, and then you wait for your enemy to walk in.
Well, just the fact that you can stand right behind the goddamn thing, have it go off, and everything 30 feet in front of you is pulp.
Yeah.
Ball bearings should probably be on the banned list of civilized countries. Like, you shouldn't be able to use those to kill people. As efficient and awesome it is, like, it's probably kind of a shitty thing to do to somebody.
Like that metal storm gun?
Yeah. Or anything Tony Stark does in fucking the Marvel movies. Yeah. Like, any of the weapons he creates. Probably not the best thing for society to have.
He's just been waiting to get promoted. Sweet. All these guys are getting murked.
Well, what is it? Fuck, what I watched last night? Men of Honor. And, like, there's the bad guy, Admiral, that's throughout the whole movie. And he's such an unbelievable dick that you're like, hey, this guy doesn't exist in the real world.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's that bitch of an asshole. Like... You can have an asshole in a movie, but once you get to astronomical asteroid-sized asshole, like it becomes unbelievable. Like no one is that much of a dick.
It's belay. You fucking clowns.
What's the proper? How do you use delay?
Well, you could sort of use delay, but that's not the order. It's belay that order.
Because belay is ignore completely. Delay is slow it down.
Yeah, belay is stop the last order.
Delay is do the same order, but don't do it as quickly as...
Hold off a minute.
Yeah, hold off on that order.
Belay is...
Yeah, you're right. That's completely the wrong word to use.
Yeah.
He wants him to stop that order.
Yeah.
He doesn't want him to slow down that order. Oh man, you guys really made it in perfect timing to get down that hill and avoided getting shot in the back.
Exactly. Almost like this was choreographed.
Oh god, it looks like our backyard. Like it so looks like Canada. Like it's so unmistakably a Canadian fucking horizon. How long would it take you to order a fucking mat to be put in front of the Stargate?
That place should look more like a gym.
Yeah, at no point do they ever put a little comforting mattress there, just in case somebody has to throw themselves through it. And every goddamn episode, somebody throws themselves through that thing. There we go. So many dead aliens.
Like, they don't fucking learn.
Oh, no.
Then again, I guess they have no knowledge of explosives.
Yeah, they have so little experience dealing with somebody with conventional warfare.
Yeah. Non-energy weapons? What the fuck?
Yeah, like that caliber of a gun would just devastate this kind of army. can you like reach into the Stargate and then pull back? Yeah, that guy's throwing. He's not even throwing rocks.
Stones,
He's
yeah.
throwing stones. Like he might.
I hate you.
Those things are just like 2 sizes too small to be called pebbles.
Yeah.
And he's throwing them at fucking aliens with lasers. Is this caveman the guy who screws Kowalski? Do they have to hold back because of him and Kowalski gets screwed here?
Oh yeah, he ends up. Yeah, his fucking hero dumb does get him fucked.
Kowalski, yeah, he tries to... What happens here? Oh, this is such a cool... I'd love to be able to do that.
Blow a hole through.
Yeah. Oh, it does. It's not an actual Gould. It's a young one. This really shouldn't.
Oh,
I
no,
thought
right
he-
on the
I
back of
thought-
his neck.
Oh, never mind. He doesn't get fucking mouth fucked. Samantha does. They're evacuating a planet at one point, and she's giving CPR to it. You eventually find out that there's certain, just because you're a Gould and you take over a body doesn't mean you're evil.
Yeah.
You could be a good person and do that. Bailey! And, or you could be the Gould, the slugs that's take over bodies doesn't mean you're evil. You could, the slug in your body could be a good slug. And Samantha gives CPR to a good slug, somebody who has a good slug in them, and the good slug comes out of their throat and goes into Samantha's mouth as she's giving CPR. And it is the most disgusting thing ever, but she gets taken control of. It's not Kowalski. Kowalski gets.
Well, where do they
back
get the
of neck.
fucking '60s medic from?
Well, what I don't get is, shouldn't there be a giant hole in the back of Kowalski's head,
Yeah.
bleeding? Like this, it's not in a day
He's got
surgery.
a puncture wound or a
Yeah,
laceration or something.
It's not like a wave of the hand and you get brainwashed. This is an evasive thing that just entered his skull. Forcefully entered his skull, not willingly. Like it just fucking went through. Like there'd be so much damage to your spine, and like that's just not healing immediately.
Take him to the secure infirmary. Oh wait, they haven't learned that lesson yet.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure eventually they have like decontamination procedures that you
Yeah.
have to go through once you come back from a new planet.
That
Anyway.
time Kowalski came back with a worm in him.
And I think they like eventually they start being like, okay, we sent a scouting team.
Yeah.
Like SG-6 secured the wormhole or the Stargate, and we're fairly certain that there's nothing in the general vicinity of the Stargate, and you guys can go now explore the planet. They don't just go blind into planets. Oh, and they send that stupid rover too. They send the rover first, and they're like, "Oh yeah, okay, no
With
one's
a bunch of supplies.
yeah, no one's here to ambush us. We can just walk through the Stargate and it's safe."
No, he's not.
Again, in 2 years, this wouldn't fly. There'd be somebody standing there going, "Hey, look, Kowalski looks a little weird. Let's get him to the infirmary and give him some CAT scans."
Yeah, you have to be like, seriously, don't fuck around with that. If you feel anything weird, get checked out.
Well, wouldn't it be even if you feel fine? Go down to the infirmary. Get like the amount of CAT scans these people have had.
Yeah, exactly.
Is probably just
Like, well,
ridiculous.
100% chance of you getting cancer.
Oh yeah, you
But,
will. You'll die by 50 from cancer, but you will live an awesome life exploring the universe.
You'll get that crazy bone cancer too,
Oh yeah.
where you end up looking like that fucking Robbie or Rocky or whatever the fuck his name is.
It's amazing. I downloaded a mod for Fallout 4 that gives me that exact vest. Pretty much, almost exactly the SG-1 vest. Yeah, don't do that. Ever.
Yeah, not the time.
No. There's so many people in that room. Oh, that was so fun.
There we go.
I'm debating whether or not we should continue with the SG-1, even if it's not on Netflix.
We'll
Great
have to
fucking
figure
show.
out a solution for the video, but
Oh yeah,
Well,
I'll be
time.
able to figure out how to do that. But my major concern isn't figuring out how to make it tiny in the top screen. It's whether or not I
You'll
will be
get
dinged
dinged by
for
the
it.
censors.
Yeah, which I don't think so, because other shows do it and monetize themselves
It's
for
not
it.
like you can actually see it anyways.
Well, it's not like I'm making money off of it either.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole point. You can't distribute this shit and make money off it. That's what the fine print says for copyright. You can't distribute and make money off of it. You can distribute it, though.
Well, no, I don't think so. I think it'll take offense to that too. But I
Yeah,
guess
maybe.
fucking-
But I'm not really distributing the actual copy. I'm doing a 4-inch version of it in the
yeah,
corner.
it's just a takedown notice.
Yeah, we'll see.
1997.
Oh, okay. A lot sooner than I was actually giving it credit for. I thought this was mid-90s, not... obviously 97 is technically mid-90s, but... Huh. Oh, well, I might continue that then. We'll see next week.
Yeah.
See how we're feeling. But, again, Dave, thank you very much for joining me. And everybody out there, I hope you have a good one. And
No, that
quite
was your line.
possibly... What's that?
That was your line.
Yeah, that is my exit line. I'll say it again. But I just wanted to say, quite possibly we'll go episode 3 or 2, depending.
However you look at it, yeah.
Stargate, and then we might start switching. I want us to keep Star Trek going just because it's on Netflix and it's probably more easily accessible. But I forgot how much I liked Stargate.
There we go.
Yeah, it's
That was good.
great series. I'm my love infatuation with Richard Dean Anderson has been rekindled. But other than that, you guys have a good one, and we'll see you later.